And then you said harmful. Why harmful?
Because I don't think that you guys' reality is the real reality out of this Miami City and the podcast itself.
What specifically?
I don't think that the advice that you guys are giving is, or some advice is good. Some advice like getting your shit together, like getting a job, working hard, working out, those things are great. But when it comes to relationship advice, I don't agree.
Okay, what do you disagree with specifically?
What I disagree with specifically, I don't think that trying to build up men by very, very shallow things like getting money or having that car or having this sort of image.
But you just said a second ago that building yourself up is good.
Yeah, it is for yourself, but not for just attracting other people out there. Because in that case, let's say that you lose all those things, there's just no way that your partner in that case is going to stay with you. She should be with you for you and your interest. And
Melina, if you're married to Destiny, shout out to Destiny. If Destiny was broke and 300 pounds, would you be in love with him and married with him?
I would be in love with him, yes.
Bullshit.
I mean, you could say that,
Stop.
but I mean, I'm being honest. No, I'm fully honest with you.
I'm not saying
yes.
that if he lost his money now and something happened to him now, you'd stick by your man. Respect, right?
Yes, yeah. Because I love him for the things that's not the shallow things. And that's what I think you guys should. I think you guys should try to build up people in that way. Yeah?
If you met Destiny and he was 300 pounds and he had 0 subscribers on YouTube and he's like, I'm going to be a gamer, you would have not given him a second chance.
Of course I would. Because there are things. I like him for his opinions.
So pretty,
I like him for
you're
the way he is,
beautiful.
his humor.
Okay.
I like him for his intelligence. That's the things that I love him for.
So does intelligence pay the bills? Intelligence and his heart?
Because it's you, it's the
But
personality.
that's
it's
what
not
pays
your
the bills.
It's not your money.
So if you're homeless and you have no car and no house, nothing to feed the kids, I don't know if you have any.
Why do you want to
but you're
go to
gonna be
like the most extreme examples?
Because
I'm telling you
it's
that.
not extreme.
Wait,
This
are you going to argue for like what I'm attracted to? I'm not attracted to people that have cars and money. That's not what I'm attracted to. Because people like you who are only attracted to those things, you would ditch your guy right away.
My guy
Of course
makes
you would.
less than me,
But
way less
why
than
in that
me.
case? Yeah, but why the fuck are you arguing and saying that I would leave in that case if you're the same as
Women
me?
look for men that have resources that can be present.
But clearly
provide,
you don't.
protect.
You just told me that you're not, right?
I'm anomaly, darling.
Yo, so you're gonna tell me how I feel?
Okay, I understand
what?
where you're coming from saying, you're saying like the cars and the money, whatever. Cool, that might not be as attractive to you, but it's important, right, for the guy to have it. I've
To
always
have stability and like your
yeah,
confidence
because
within you. Yes, I do agree with those.
The thing that women never want to admit is that, and I've said this a million times, you know, all girls are gold diggers, some are just better at hiding the shovel. And what I mean by that, right, is you got the girl that says, I want ambition or I want drive, blah, 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 which is code term for the ability to procure resources for a later time for me. Or there's some girls that are overt about it. I got a big shovel, I need a guy that's a millionaire, etc., because I make money or I deserve it. So yes, you can sit here and say, I like him for him, but the thing is this, women typically just end at 10, but they don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The man has to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he's not gonna get to 10 and even be seen unless he has certain prerequisites. Only women are loved under the condition that they provide no value. Men must provide value.
I don't.
That's just how it is.
I think that's how it is in Miami, yes. And like cities like this.
Okay.
It's not just
that
Here's the
outside
thing.
of it-
Okay, you know what?
I
Let's go with
probably
that.
lived in more countries and cities
let's go
than
with
most
that.
of you guys.
So Miami,
I have a lot of
So here in
perspectives.
Miami, it's celebrated to have a big shovel and be overt about it. Okay? Maybe I go to Nebraska, whatever, and they have smaller shovels, but it does not change the fact that women still
I don't
want a
think
man
that's true.
that can
it seems
provide
like
resources.
People are dating within their area, job.
Okay, how about this?
School.
I've lived all
Ladies,
over the world. and
ladies,
it's the
real
same
quick.
Shit everywhere.
How important is it for your man to actually not only just be financially stable, to be successful and have money? Go ahead.
On some level, yes.
For me, it's
Do
important.
not go on a
for sure.
diatribe. Just give the answer, please.
It's
How
important,
important?
but
Yeah.
how you say is not the only thing that attracts to me.
Okay.
You know.
So,
But the key here is
Yeah.
that they're not even going to give him a chance. There's plenty of smart, cool homeless guys out there,
No
but they're
homeless.
invisible.
Right.
So it's
No
like
homeless,
Exactly.
but don't
Like,
have to be
with-
rich like you. Can be a normal guy.
okay.
you'll date a normal guy,
Yeah.
Miss Entrepreneur,
Yeah.
5'8",
Yeah,
50,
he's a normal guy.
37 to 50K
He's
per
not
year.
rich like you.
How
and
about
I can
this?
date him.
Would any of you ladies?
Wait, so you'll date a guy that makes less money than you?
Say it again?
You'll date a guy that makes less money than you and has lower status than you?
We are the same.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Would any of you ladies date a guy who makes significantly less than you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You would.
No.
I mean, I have.
You
been
would not?
No.
Really tall.
Would
and had
you?
A huge
Hold
dick,
on. Would
so.
you?
No.
Would you?
Significantly less.
As long as he can protect and provide, and I can support him, then the money doesn't matter as much. However, with that, typically to protect and provide, you need to make a certain amount.
Okay.
Correct.
Janelle, would you?
I mean, I have, like I said, but he was 6'8" with a huge dick, and so there's an exception.
All right.
I mean, but I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
honestly, if he was not 6'8"
Vote it
and didn't have the biggest dick ever, I would say no, thank you, sir. You need to have some money and be successful.
And you also got to remember, no disrespect, she's a little bit older. So when you're older as a woman, you have to make concessions on what you're demanding.
Gotcha.
You can't demand as much as you get older.
Yeah. Right.
Unfortunately for women.
Fair
So
enough.
I get what you're saying. You're saying
demands
not all women are
change.
like that, blah blah blah. But the reality is,
Majority.
I
all
think
women are
there,
attracted
I think there's
to
better things
more
to tell.
status,
There's
more
better
money,
advice. I think
more
there's better
strength.
advice to
So
say.
you're saying, for example, Destiny, not the fame, not the cars, it's the identity of who he is
Yes,
as a man.
his passions, his personality.
But would
his
you admit
intelligence.
as well
We
that
can talk about
to
it.
get
The
to that level,
chemistry, the chemistry,
you need to work on yourself as a man? So
What do you
his
say?
identity that you love, right? He had to work on it as a man.
Or like the chemistry you have, the intelligence that he has, the passions, the humor, all of those things. Not like how much money he's making. I don't care about that.
But those
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
feel like
but it does play a part, though.
and hard work.
That's what I was gonna say. There's a difference between a guy who was like became a millionaire from inheriting it, or maybe he was just like a rich boy, versus someone who worked for it. Because those character traits they needed to exemplify in order to get that is someone who's a real man. Like that's why that is attractive. Not so much the money, but what they needed to build themselves into in order to achieve that. That's what's attractive.
100%. No
So ultimately,
entitlement.
he became the man that you love because he had to go through hardships and became successful over time. So those character traits that you
It's
saying
not about
earlier.
the success. It's like I would say the success of his passions.
You're missing
Like the
the
things
point.
that he.
Yeah,
things
but at
that
some
he loves
point, if
to
he
do,
lived in his
the things that
parents'
he's interested
basement, I
in.
don't care how smart he is, you're not going to
Yeah,
accept
but in
that.
that case, you clearly have like a problem that you're not like you're in that case depressed or something. You don't have a drive in your life. Like you're not
Correct.
doing
So
anything.
that would be unattractive.
But it doesn't
to you.
mean that someone. It doesn't mean that you need to make millions. Like it doesn't mean that at all.
Okay.
Just like if
I
you have
mean,
a
the
passion
reality is you
and
left
have
the
some
guy
sort
that
of
you were with
stability in your
before
life, then I
for
think it's great.
Destiny
This is
because
what I
Destiny
like.
had more status, he had more clout. If we're gonna be all the way 1,000
I mean,
here,
you
like
can-
this
Myron, you can-
this is what I mean.
Myron,
This is what I
Myron.
mean when see women
Myron.
say like, and I need the audience to really like understand this, right? Like, besides like looking at the girls and be like, oh my god, blah blah blah. I think men need to really understand and drill this in their head that women are going to say things that are politically correct to kind of
Myron, you don't
massage
believe
and
me?
or
You're just
conceal.
not. Is there anything I could
He's
say to
talking.
change
Can
your
I-
Melina,
mind?
let him
Yeah.
Well,
talk.
I was talking too.
Yeah, like my point is this: like women are going to say certain things, but they're going to do opposite things because if women were honest about the way that they actually mate select, it would be very bad and make them look very poor and like terrible people because women typically do monkey branch to better guys, and your own mating practices have proven what I'm saying that you went to a better guy that you had and you did it overtly on a camera. Let's be honest here. If we're going to be 1,000.
So there's absolutely nothing that I could say to change your mind to
But-
believe what I actually
but
feel.
what I'm saying is that Destiny was able to take you from that male because he was better in
Not
some
because
regard.
of his money and not because of his
or
success.
he had
No.
more potential. Remember I said the whole shovel thing? Maybe you had a smaller shovel at that point, or you had a smaller shovel at that point, but you saw the potential and you're like, you know what? I can invest with this guy.
That's not how I felt at all, though.
Okay.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree. All right, so Myron.
That's fine.
Well, we're just getting this thing
Say
started.
one thing, but they do
Yeah.
another.
I mean,
guys.
you
So
can tell
Myron-
me over and over again how I feel. I'm telling you the truth. Do you want to believe it or not?
No, I'm going off your actions and how you feel, because feelings change, but the actions are there.
So,
Hold on. Hold on. Melina,
yeah.